Hello. Welcome to my bat mitzvah. It's not really my bat mitzvah. It is Tuesday, and welcome. I wasn't here yesterday. I appreciate your patience on that. And I'll tell you where we were. I was with Cantor Weiss and a guy named Alex.
Socially distanced.
We were very distanced. We went to Angeles National Forest to shoot the video for our theme song this year, which I hope you like, but I'm not telling you anything about it and I want to keep it that way. So, but we were in the 98-degree weather, walking up and down hills, and it was very tiring, and I fell asleep very early. But it gave me a lot of time to meditate for myself. This weekend, we begin the month of Elul. That is significant because it is the month's preparation before the High Holy Days. And not only does it mean that High Holy Days is 30 days away, but it gives us an opportunity to do what's called a Cheshbon HaNefesh, which we will start to do next week. But this week I wanted to give us some, I don't know if it's parameters, but some things to think about as we enter into Elul. So when we talk about our reflections and our Cheshbon HaNefesh during that time, we will talk about it in a way that that we've already kind of got started inside of us. So, Shoftim is the Torah portion this week. Shoftim means judges, and the whole first section is about how the judges need to be impartial, how they can't show deference to the poor or deference to the rich, how they have to approach every single person as if they are worthy. And the word itself, shofet, is to judge. It also has one of the most famous lines in all of the Torah, which we will get to sooner or later this week, which is tzedek tirdof, justice shall you pursue, which all of the Torah that leads us to social justice and equality for all people. And we'll get into that a little bit later. What I wanted to talk about today was the idea of judgments and being judgmental. And if you really think about yourself and you think about the conversations you have with people, what I find interesting about the judgmental aspect of our thoughts is, in so many ways, being judgmental of others leads to Lashon Hara. It leads to talking about other people when they're not there. And that is one of the things that I have tried in my life, at least over the last 20 to 30 years, to curb in myself, talking about others when they're not there, talking disparagingly about other people. And I'll tell you, even though I have worked on this and stressed this in my own life for all this time, I still make mistakes here and there on this. Some which don't mean anything and don't have any consequences, and others that have had, personally, dire consequences. And I think a lot of the Lashon Hara or gossip that we say to each other about others is because we're judging them. We're judging this other person as inferior, or we're judging them as immoral, or we're judging them as less than us. Now, I just wanted to say real quickly before I continue with this, for me, there was a difference between judging someone and something and being judgmental. We're all constantly judging. I like this, I don't like that as much. I like this food, I don't like that food. I like this movie, I didn't like that. I like this person better than this person. We're constantly making judgments about the things that we prefer in our own lives. And in many ways, that's what life is. Like, you're making judgments about the things that you want to do in your life that will make your life more fulfilling or better or smoother or, I don't know, whatever it is that you value in your life. So you judge things as to what you want to be a part of your life. And that seems very natural. Being judgmental is something different. Being judgmental is saying, I don't approve of this behavior. I don't approve of the way this is happening. And there is an added level of approval, or it's not just that you're judging that you prefer one thing over the next, but it is that person is bad. That action, that can't be done. And yes, there are moments, right, of someone murdering someone. I'm not going to argue with you whether that is or not, but most of the time, when we are gossiping or talking about others or being judgmental of them, it's because we just don't like what they're doing, or we're uncomfortable with what they're doing, or we wouldn't do that ourselves. Therefore, it makes us feel better if we say, oh, I can't do that, but they shouldn't be doing that. Because then it raises us up. I was reading some things about this actually in the Orthodox Union website, where this one person was saying that their expectations of people were so high that they were constantly being judgmental of others because there's no way that their expectation could ever be met by people. And, this person did admit that their expectations of themselves was also very high. And I'm wondering if there is a trance of unworthiness that's going on inside of this person, which they didn't get to, because if they have such high expectations of themselves, how could they possibly meet those expectations all the time? And I think expectation is one of the reasons why we're judgmental. We can be judgmental of those that are out there, and they're wrong, they're acting immorally, they're doing horrible things, then it raises me up. I'm not them. Oh, look what this person's doing. I'm being judgmental of it, meaning I'm above that. I'm above what they're doing. And anytime, it's not that we're judging it, we're being judgmental of it. And I do believe there is a big difference between those. Those are always judging. That's life. But our judgments, I'm not a psychologist, so I can't approach it from that way. But for me, it feels like our judgments are for us. That's not right for me. I'm judging that as something I don't want for me. Is different than I'm telling you, you can't do that, or what you're doing is not just bad for me, but it's bad for everybody. And just because I'm uncomfortable with something doesn't mean that you have to be uncomfortable with it. That the whole idea of beauty in this world is that we have a spectrum of behavior and a spectrum of the way we do things and a spectrum of how we interact with each other. We're not even the same interacting with two different people. So for us to have an expectation that other people need to live up to what we feel is right for us in judging ourselves, I think that's where we can run into a lot of problems. Next, and we'll end in 1 minute. Not just is that the problem, but it doesn't solve anything to be judgmental of somebody else. It doesn't solve me to talk with my wife about how horribly this other person is behaving. I'm not helping that person. I'm not doing anything that creates any kind of relationship between me and that person. All I'm doing is I'm sticking a wedge between here, and I'm judging that you're over there, and I'm not going to go over this line. How would you ever enter into a relationship with someone if you're judgmental of what they're doing? So it feels to me like our judgmentalizations of others is just to make us feel better. It doesn't serve a purpose. It doesn't help them. If we feel like someone's doing something wrong or hurting themselves, there are many ways in which we can help them. But for us and our mindfulness and thinking about our own lives and our cheshbon hanefesh, our accounting of our souls, which we are going to be doing in the month of Elul, has to begin in one place. That is, I need to concentrate on me and not what other people are doing. This High Holy Days, all of them, it's about my behavior. Because in reality, that's the only behavior that I can actually control. It's the only behavior that I can do something about it. And lest any of us think that we have nothing to work on, we do. And I just can't imagine any of you sitting in your homes, participating in this meditation, thinking, I'm perfect. I'm perfect. What do I need to improve? Why would I need to look at my actions? Why do I need to look inside of my soul to see who I am? There are three things we're asked to do on the High Holy Days: teshuvah, to return. Many people think of it as repentance, but for our purposes, teshuvah is to return to our core. Tefillah, people think of as prayer, but in reality, palel, that root is to judge. Hitpalel, to pray, is to judge ourselves. So number one, we go back and find our core, teshuvah. Tefillah, we judge that and we say, am I living up to myself? Am I living up to who I am? And then tzedakah, which we usually think of as charity, I'd like us to think in these terms as doing what's right. Tzedek. Tzedek, tzedek tirdof. Justice, justice shall you pursue. Atat tzedek, you are right. It's doing the right thing. So we reflect inside and do teshuvah. We return to our core. Tefillah, we judge it and think, are we living up to ourselves? And then tzedakah, what can we do to make ourselves better? What is the right thing for us to do so that we can live through whatever it is that we found in that tefillah when we judged ourselves to see if we were living up to ourselves? What can I do to overcome that? These are just some of the thoughts that we're going to be dealing with over the next month. And for now, let's go into our quiet time, our stillness, concentrating on our breath. And you will observe, I'm sure, based on this little talk, these moments of judgment, judging yourself, judging others, judging moments outside of humans, but more than just judging, being judgmental of them. And if you can recognize the difference between those two things, and we'll work on that a little bit. So let's get into our position. Sorry, I actually talked a lot more than I usually do. We'll go till 6, and then we'll start doing our feelings at 6. We'll go a couple minutes over today. I know I don't like to do that, but I think we're going to do that a little bit today. So let's just get into a position where we can feel comfortable, yet also a little bit energetic. And we just breathe. Just notice your breath. What does it do to your body? We're not trying to breathe in any special way. We're not trying to fix it. We're just existing. I've been a little obsessed with this, existing as nature, existing as an animal on this planet, just like a fox or a dog or a wolf or an elephant or a tree. There's no judgment. There just is. And so, let us breathe. Let us just allow things to be as they are just for now. You can shut it, yeah. Allow things to be as they are just for now. Let's bring ourselves to some stillness. And your mind will take you away. That's okay. Just bring yourself back in love and kindness to your breath, to your body. And now I'll go quiet. For our last several minutes together on Tuesday, let's ask for feelings of blessing and safety. The more we're in this pandemic, the more the need for both of those. So important. May I feel safe. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. May I feel blessed and safe. We ask for those two feelings to be inside of us so that we stay still, so that we have peace in our hearts. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. And we are blessed. And I hope that all of us are safe, although I know that not all of us are. But I really, really want to feel safe. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. Perhaps sometimes these are just reminders. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. To put in our mind that we indeed are blessed and we indeed are safe. So let us feel that. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. If you'd like to invite someone to stand in front of you, not personally, but virtually, and offer it to them. May you feel safe. May you feel blessed. May you feel blessed and safe. Let's do that for a couple of breaths. Let's just bring us back for just a couple of breaths. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed and safe. Stay there for a second. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. And let us finish our time together, going back to our breath and just noticing our breath and how it feels in our body. Centering as nature. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you found some stillness. We're allowed to keep things as they are for now. And may you feel blessed. May you feel safe. And may you have a delightful evening. We'll see you tomorrow.